Radio Voice of the Gospel, station ETLF, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
This is Radio Voice of the Gospel, broadcasting to Madagascar.
Ici Radio Voix de l'Évangile, ETLF.
Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, broadcasting to Eastern and Central Africa in Swahili.
This is Radio Voice of the Gospel, station ETLF, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Just a shortwave away. Radio Voice of the Gospel. People are only a short wave away from each other. The world is a smaller place because of communication advances today. Among them, privately supported international shortwave radio stations, like Radio Voice of the Gospel in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, which speaks to varied audiences daily in 13 languages. An ordinary day begins. Ethiopians, who make up most of the station's staff, join people from 14 other nations in communicating with a major sector of the emerging world. Programs produced in 14 area studios are sent on recording tape to Addis Ababa to be broadcast back to the areas where they originated. The programs are produced by people who know the problems and needs of others in their areas.
One is what it means to be a man.
To maintain program objectivity and to control content, tapes are heard before transmission. People are not told what to think, but are provided with material which will help them think, to draw their own conclusions.
The Bible and God gives the only two.
Editing calls for the capable minds and hands of Ethiopian technicians who work closely with producers of many nationalities. A massive reel of recording tape retains every word that is transmitted during a broadcast period.
The master control room, so that we should have to make a proof of performance on our side.
Stand by.
20 miles away, programs are beamed by two powerful transmitters. From the Ethiopian highlands, 7,200 feet above sea level, Radio Voice of the Gospel reaches out in languages of the receiving areas: East Africa and South and Central Africa, West Africa, the Middle East, India, China, and other Far East points. And, of course, all of Ethiopia. On a brass plaque is emblazoned the motto of the station. Directors of the area production studios come together periodically with leaders of station-sponsoring agencies, the Lutheran World Federation and the World Association for Christian Communication, to determine and coordinate goals.
Okay, all ready. Simangata ka na rin ba? Hindi na tunday.
People of the emerging world are deeply concerned with the preservation of cultural traditions that provide meaning and identity in their lives. For centuries, music has been a part of everyday life and faith. A children's choir sings a hymn set in the rhythm of their culture. Shortwave radio is a stimulator of dialogue among people. Through this instantaneous communication medium, people like this Lebanese worker find means of expression.
صعوبات يعني مش كتير والتفاهم هو أحسن طريقة مشان حل الصعوبات بين المعلم والتلاميذ.
الطريقة السمعية والبصرية بالطرق الحديثة هي ما بقى مثل الماضي عن غايب يحفظوا بدون فهم.
magonjwa ya macho tuseme kuna aina ngapi za magonjwa ya macho?
Radio's influence is extensive. In a sector of the world where millions of people still depend on their ears for learning, it helps people in many ways, ranging from an interview with a doctor about an eye disease to a chat with a farmer about the coffee harvest. Radio penetrates to the rural areas where 80% of the people of the emerging world still live.
nikaotesha mpaka ikafika hapa.
Radio provides mobility. It gathers topical information and conveys it to others rapidly.
እንደ እውነቱ ከሆነ ለጤና ጠንቅ የሆኑ ልዩ ልዩ መርዘኛ ነገሮች መበርከት መላውን ዓለም የሚመለከት ከባድ ጥያቄ ሆኗል። አልኮል ለምሳሌ በስዊድን ሀገር ምን ያህል ከባድ ችግር እንደሆነ የዳጌንስ ኒውሄተር ዕለታዊ የስዊድን ጋዜጣ አንድ ጊዜ መግለጫ አትሞ ነበር።
ሚስተር አርጉላንደር የሚባሉ አንድ ጸሐፊ
Radio Voice of the Gospel is concerned with the whole man. 70% of its programs are informational and educational, and 30% are directly evangelistic.
የሚመጣውን ሰካራም
toy ny mahazatra isaky ny alady maraina toy izao moa dia fenoana hira samihafa ary ny mofom-panahy no fantarantsika. Anteny anay fa vonona koa ianareo mba heno izany.
Guided by radio, the old as well as the young become better acquainted with the Bible and with Christ.
Kudia fali miarabanao indray zay ary koa misotranao nampiatrano anay.
مش ملاقية إنه التعليم صعب.
حابة شغلتك وعم
Radio Voice of the Gospel.
Radio Voice of the Gospel is concerned with youth. The younger generation makes up the largest portion of the emerging world's population, and it is continuing to grow. Concerns of youth vary from country to country. Consequently, programs seek to stimulate dialogue within the cultural patterns of the people.
This is Radio Voice of the Gospel.
Good morning, and here is the news.
Ga labarbarin duniya mai karantawa Yakubu Nubuya.
Kesho mfalme atahudhuria sherehe za kutimiza mwaka mmoja.
በበዓሉ በደቡባዊ ሱዳን ዋና ከተማ ጁባ ውስጥ እንደሚከበር ታውቋል።
Ici Radio Voix de l'Évangile.
ودي Lebanon والكارتوم l'Amr de l'Est du Soudan.
About 100 people are reported wounded.
Et les détiennent comme otages pour marchander la libération.
Ya tashi da jirgin sama.
You are tuned to Radio Voice of the Gospel. This is RVOG News.
Using major international news services, listeners are provided with immediate information about international events throughout RVOG's 20 hours of daily shortwave broadcasting. The news is edited by professional journalists in English, French, and 6 other Asian and African languages.
And here is the news.
The news service has an international reputation for its objectivity and its scope. As people emerge, as they come under the influence of a rapidly changing world, and through communication are drawn closer together or are torn apart, the desire for knowledge and information increases. This human hunger for knowledge and truth places great demands upon communication. Christian in outlook and purpose, RVOG helps to meet this hunger.
Assalamu alaikum jama'a. Ga labarbarin duniya mai karantawa Yakubu Nubuya. Sarki Haile na Habasha ya tashi da jirgin sama ya dumfari Khartoum.
ፕሬዝዳንት ጃፈር ኤል ኒሜሪ ባደረጉላቸው ጥሪ መሰረት በሱዳን የአንድነት ቀን ክብረ በዓል ላይ ለመገኘት ወደ ካርቱም ሄደዋል።
Mfalme Haile Selassie wa Ethiopia ameondoka hapa mjini Addis Ababa.
That is the exciting story of Radio Voice of the Gospel. You are a partner in this ministry through your contribution to Lutheran World Action.
Andelami da Ethiopia Haile Selassie achi Berno wal Addis Ababa ودي Lebanon والكارتوم l'Amr de l'Est du Soudan gamjol de siftor go hitande arandere